Sometimes a color combination just nails it. Black, silver, and just the right amount of contrast. This is the Addiesdive AD2095 Reverse Panda. And for under $70, it might just be the best bang for buck vintage style chronograph out there. Hi, and welcome to Joe's Watch Show. You saw the pop-up. This episode is sponsored by Addiesdive. They sent me this watch for review purposes, and I do not have to return it. That said, I'll still give you my absolutely honest opinion on this watch, whether I like it and whether I think you should maybe buy one. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's take a look at the packaging. Pretty much a typical Addiesdive sort of pelican case with the really basic instructions on the chronograph and a warranty card that is blank. Again, not a surprise, but if it's not expected, then you can't be disappointed, right? It's all about the dial here, right? Reverse Panda, black. It's a black matte background with the subdials, and they do have that texture on the subdials. You can see it right there, right? Pretty precise on everything, the numbers and the indices. But as far as packaging goes, super basic. There's your tag with Addiesdive on it. And then we'll get on to everything else. This one is the Reverse Panda version. Black main dial, super light silver subdials, and a silver chapter ring that frames the whole layout beautifully. It's also available in these two other colorways. At 38 millimeters in diameter and 46 millimeters lug to lug, 20 millimeter lug width, 12.8 millimeters thick, including the dome mineral crystal. It's got perfect vintage proportions and wears incredibly well on almost any wrist. Here it is on my 7-inch wrist. Now, I prefer a minimum of 40 millimeter case, but I could get used to this simply because I do love a Panda dial. Inside, you've got the Seiko VK64 meca-quartz movement. So you get quartz precision with a smooth mechanical style chronograph sweep. Take a peek at. There goes the, see that sweep? Looks like an automatic, right? Pretty cool. And then you stop it and it'll snap back. Lines up nice. There's a 24-hour indicator at the 3 o'clock right there. And the 60-minute countdown timer as you're using the chronograph feature and you click on it, that's going to count the minutes up to 60 minutes. You also get 100 meters of water resistance, which is pretty good. You do have a screw down case back that helps that water resistance. It is not a screw down crown and it really doesn't need to be at this point. It's not a dive watch. Let's take a look at some of the finishing on the watch. The case sides are brushed. You do have a signed crown with the classic scuba looking Addiesdive logo. The pushers have a sort of a, I'm not sure what you call that, sort of a radial design, kind of an old school look to that. You do have some polishing on the bezel itself. You can see it right there. And even the top lugs are polished. You've got that better looking, I like that cursive Addiesdive logo on the top. 100 meter water resistance, 330 feet on the bottom. You've got a date complication down at 6 o'clock. I think that looks good there. It gives the dial some balance, pencil looking hands for minute and hour, very classic, really pretty much the same size as the indices. Hands and indices are lumed, and we'll take a look at the lume. Okay, we're going to just charge this up real quick. Take a peek at the, it's pretty bright, right? It's lighting up the chapter ring. It's also really lighting up the sub-dial where the minute hand is. So will it last all night? Can't tell you that, but it's bright enough, I think, to pass most people's tests for lume. We'll turn the lights back on and come up with some final thoughts on this really great budget watch. Final impressions of the watch. For a reverse Panda style chronograph with a Seiko meca-quartz movement, 100 meters of water resistance, a date complication, really solid lume, nice case finishing, and something I did miss before, and it's one of my favorite things, is drilled lugs. So when you go to swap out straps on this, maybe put a leather strap on it for a dress look, maybe a rubber strap, it's super easy. So again, sub $70 meca-quartz, good looking, classic black and silver color scheme on this watch. Strap is very nice, actually. It's pretty thick and it's pretty soft, and plenty of length on it. This is, again, my wrist is 7 inches, fits with lots of slack. Even though it's a 38 millimeter case diameter, which is smaller than I like, I could probably wear this watch. Not sure they will. I'd go for a 40 mil. So if this was in 40 mil, to me, it'd be a perfect watch. Already has 20 millimeter lugs for easy strap changes. And the lug to lug at 46 is pretty good. It'll fit most people's wrists comfortably. All right, we'll wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, please like and subscribe and hit that little bell to be notified of future episodes. That way you don't miss one. Take a peek at one of the videos up on screen, and thanks for watching.